folks, welcome back. Doing some cooking. We're gonna make some pork chops tonight. All right, we're gonna smother them, and we're gonna make some black eyed peas. So stay tuned. Let's see what's going. Let's see what's going on. Let's get cooking. All right, so we're going to use the it's like a quick cook method. Just look on the back of the package. It tells you what to do. We rinse them in cold water. We got some water. We're gonna bring this to a boil. And once it's at a boil, we want to boil for 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes. And then it says take off the heat and let it sit for at least an hour. So that's what we're in the process of doing. And like I always say, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. I just try. So that's all you need to do is just try. Just follow directions. Do what you want to do, you know, change the directions a little bit. And hey, just try your best. So we're starting to get some boil here. Some ball. And they're starting to rise to the top. So we'll count this as boiling. And so we're going to go 2 minutes. All right, it has been 2 minutes. So we're going to take this off the heat. You see, I put the little spoon up there just in case it were to come up a little more. And we're going to turn this off. All right. Now we're supposed to, let's see if we can grab this without hurting ourselves. A little hot. Hotty. All right, so we're supposed to cover this and let it soak for at least 1 hour. So let's get the cover. And we're going to cover, probably just leave a little crack in it. Leave a little crack there. And we're gonna let it soak for at least 1 hour. And it really don't matter what kind of black eyed peas you get. This is the one I got at the local store here. Some Dixie Lily black eyed peas. It doesn't matter. Just get you some good old black eyed peas. These are actually the cheap kind. So it all tastes the same once we get done. All right, so we got us a chopping board here. Next thing we're gonna go to, I can't even talk right now. The next thing we're gonna do is chop up some sausage and an onion. Let's do it. All right, let's see if I can open this dang thing. This thing is, these damn packages. Let's go rinse this. All right, there we go. Good knife. So I like to do this, I don't know, different ways. Cut it in half first, and you just cut it any way you want. So I'll just usually, cut them about that big, and you can do it squares. Like it doesn't matter. Just gonna cut them into pieces. I'm very slow at this.
So I'm gonna chop off my fingers. And as I go, usually get this little angle cuts. Like I said, I am not the best at this. But you know what, you just get out there and you just do it, right?
So look, just do your best, all right? You ain't gotta be perfect at it. Forgot my bowl. Because we're gonna store this. We're not ready to cook yet. We're just doing prep work for it.
So you should get this all done up.
Almost done here. All right, we'll have a few big chunks. That's all right. So I'm gonna put this all in our bowl here. Okay. And we're just gonna take this and put it in the refrigerator. Next up, one onion. All right. So the way I've learned to do an onion doesn't always work, but we're gonna cut this in half first. And I don't think it matters which way. We're gonna cut half. So set one half to the side. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this whole outer layer off. And I'm also gonna take the very first layer. It's usually gonna come off. I'm gonna take that off too. I'm sorry, I skipped a step. Cut off each end. Almost got myself there. Almost. So we're gonna take this layer off. Just peeling it off. But with that, I'm gonna take that, I always take that very first layer off. Got it. And also, I take this, you see how it's rounded on the inside right here? I take this inside piece off. Sometimes it takes a little getting it. I don't know what it's called. I know it's got a name, the eye or something like that. I try to get that inside part off. All right, so let's put that to the side. Like I said, this will not be perfect. So we have our onion. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slice it. Oops, we're gonna slice it like this. Let me get a bigger knife, the bigger one. Not that one, y'all. Nah, that's a knife. And we're gonna slowly go around it, coming around like this. Now, look, it don't gotta be perfect. It's all right. You can cut it any way you want. And look, there's lines along the tomato that you can follow. All right, and we got that now. I'm just gonna go straight down with it. And that's just gonna fall. And it's gonna form little cubes. It's gonna form little cubes when you do this. Like I said, guys, don't worry about being perfect with it. It's all getting cooked anyway and going in your belly. And just be careful. It's right at the end right here. So I'm going to take this last piece and I'm going to put it to the side from there. I don't know what it is if you, I was always told if you take that first layer off, your eyes don't cry, and I never cry when I do this. Let's get another bowl. Bowl number 2 for the onions. The onions. All right, we're going to have to slide this.
Take your time. You guys, we're prepping for later. All right, onion number 2. Take the top off. Now we can pull that little bowl out. There we go. And let's be cooking.
And we're just gonna, these 2 extra pieces, we're just gonna chop this up any kind of which way. And just be careful when doing it, right? Just be careful. Oops. If you had one of them slap chop thingies, that'd be cool. That'd be cool right here. I'm gonna throw this little piece out. I just don't like the way that looks. Like I said, it's not an expert at this, but hey, don't worry about that. You get better as time goes on. All right, onions are done. We're gonna throw this in the refrigerator. Okay, so we've let this sit for 1 hour. I drained the water and put new water in here. And so now we're going to, as the package says, we're going to bring this back to a boil. Once it's at a boil, we're going to bring it down to simmer for 2 hours. So really you should do this like an overnight method. But I'm doing this last minute, so we're just doing a quick cook method. So I don't just follow directions. That's all you gotta do in cooking, just follow some directions. If you mess up, you mess up. Oh well. So we'll see how this turns out. I don't know. All right, we're just about at a boil, so get that boil going. And then we're just gonna take it off and put this out. Well, we're just gonna lower the temperature, let it simmer for like 2 hours or until tender. All right, let's get started with this pork. So first thing we're gonna do is put some oil at the bottom. So we're gonna cook these pork chops. And voila, we are cooking. So let's get these nice cooked and browned and really cooked. And we're gonna take them out. So already I can tell you I made one mistake, right? I put too much oil in here. I didn't measure it, I just kind of did what I did. So just a little bit too much oil. Probably just need enough just to cover the bottom. But hey, we'll adjust. All right, so they've been cooking for a little bit. Flip them a couple of times, get a little color on them, getting them cooked a bit. They don't have to be fully cooked at this part here. So right now, we're gonna take this out and then we're gonna add the sausage and brown those. All right, so we have taken out the pork here. One's a little different color here, but it's just a little different. That's all right. It's all right. We got our pot here with oil in it, still hot oil, so be careful. It's going to splatter. So what we're going to do, we got our mix here. Take our sausage and be careful. We're going to put it in here. I'm going to turn this phone off so I can be careful. All right, sausage is in, cooking. It's already cooked, but we're going to brown this sausage. I did turn the heat down because it's really hot right now, and this isn't going to take long to cook, but we're going to get this browned. Once it's browned, we're going to add onions. So one thing you'll start to notice is at the very bottom, it's going to start like getting like crusty on the bottom. It's going to start sticking, right? Don't worry about that because that's going to come off in just a bit. But what I had to do was I had to get a spoon and take some of this grease out because I had too much oil in there. So we took a little bit out. I mean, you just spoon and be very careful with it. So we're almost there. Maybe a minute or two more, and then we're going to add onions. All right, sausage is cooked enough right now because it's still going to keep cooking. So we're going to add the onions we chopped up. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. There we go. Let's mix it up. Okay, so we got onions, and we're going to keep stirring this. We're going to stir a little bit, stop, stir, stop, stir, stop. We want to get these onions nice and brown. And then we're going to move on to the next step. All right, next, we're going to take a teaspoon of some tortillas. Put it in and stir. It's already in there. Okay, as we're doing this, our beans are pretty much done. So we took those off. Now, salt and pepper to taste, whatever you want. And we're going to let that sit to the side. We're about done here, so we're going to move on to the next step. All right, so we got the temperature lowered. We're on like a 4. We're going to add 1.5 cups of water to this and then put in the pork chops. Water first. And let's grab the porky choppies, maybe. I'll show you after. It's hard. Pork chop and water is in. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit so I'm gonna get this water boiling some and get all this cooking together. Stir it, and now we're gonna wait. And I forgot, put that lid on, let it cook. We're gonna let it boil. Forgot to say, we also added a teaspoon of some onion powder and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And we're gonna be the easy, cheap way today. We're gonna go instant white rice, but we're gonna make it on the pot. And looking at this, woo, little steam there. Hold on a second. Let's clear up. There, that's better. But put a little too much water in there, so probably just a cup of water was needed. While we wait, let's watch a little bit of The Office. And have a monster, my favorite. Tea lemonade. Because I gave up drinking. Way to go. And say hello to Rue and Gumbo. Rue and Gumbo. Hey. All right, we are done. Had to take it off fire, but looking good. There we go. Pork chop sausage, got the gravy in there. Oh yeah, au jus. Got our rice, black eyed peas, and let's put it on the plate. And voila! We have the finished product. Looks good, tastes good. All right, let's see what it tastes like. So yeah, knife.
Sometimes a manager like yourself has to deliver the bad news to the employees. I do it all the time.
It's good. It's real good. And, I got some sausage. Can't go wrong with that.